So she knew that I was trying to follow the laws of Christ and weaponized it against me, right? So I go over there to help my mom. Mind you, she's staying in Walnut Glen with the dude that she left me for, Tommy or whatever. So I go over there. I stay there. I'm there for at least 30 days. No longer than that, because they made it hell for me. They made it hard for me to get sleep. All kind of stuff was constantly in my pockets, trying to get money up out of me every trip, whatever the case may be. So that didn't last long. I wound up leaving like, yeah, y'all got me messed up. So I leave there because now it's 2010, right? So I leave there, and my girl's people at the time wanted to let me come stay with them. And man, this was when life really started looking up, because me and her was always out going about doing stuff or whatever. And I was saving my money up at the time. So mind you, I'm working at Pizza Hut. I'm trying to get this truck so I can get to work on time. Because at Pizza Hut, we was trapping. It was the one on James Road. We trapped selling weed about that mud. But a couple of my homies got caught, but I didn't. When I seen they got caught, I kind of fell back, right? So I wound up moving in there. I say I was there for about 6-7 months. And I wound up leaving because me and her little brother, Michael, got into it over a fucking video game. All over a video game. Because the thing about me is I'm really thorough at everything I do. So people always feel the need to compete with me or try to prove that they're better than me, because I'm really the top of the food chain. And this is not to boast or brag, but because I put the work in. At anything I do, I'm going to do exceedingly well. I'm going to be the best at it. That's what I've been telling myself since I was a kid. I'll be the fastest runner. Whatever the case may be, I'm going to be the best at it. I'm going to supersede all my peers. That's how it's always been. So it's all these people have been trying to keep me down my whole life. Whole time I've always been a blessing to others, though. I've always been helping the poor along the way, feeding people, giving money out, giving people the word, whatever the case may be. So he get mad because I'm telling him. So we playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I had just finished a little match or whatever. I'm getting ready to go to work or whatever the case may be. But that didn't even wind up going down the way that I anticipated. Because I wound up getting on at Walmart. Matter of fact. And I told Buddy, I'm like, all you had to do was get behind the trash can, right? To keep from getting sniped. Buddy didn't go behind the trash can, so he wound up getting shot, and then he got salty because I called him stupid. You know, I call it how I see it. I can't help it. Like if I say you stupid, if I feel like you stupid, I'm gonna call you stupid, and I don't mean it in not a demeaning way. I'm hoping that you it's time for you to tighten up. You feel me? Because clearly you ain't locked in. So he lies on me. I go to the store or whatever to go get something. I think I went to go get some wraps or something. Dude lies on me and tells her grandma and her pops some bullshit about me. So she called me and she like, what the fuck did you and Michael get into it about blase because he's saying this, that, and the third. I'm like, bro, he lying, bro. I'm like, all I told him is that he was stupid. I'm like, bro got in his feelings and got salty. So she like, well, my dad want to talk blase da 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 da. So we didn't get to roll up because he was rushing. I'm telling her while we in the car, I'm like, look, let me roll up this blunt, because the way that I'm feeling right now, because her brother pissed me off. That's why I left in the first place, to avoid confrontation, because I'm really a non-confrontational person. Like 9 times out of 10 I'll get into it with somebody. 10 times out of 10 it's really me defending myself, because somebody always want to try me, and I'll be trying to save them the embarrassment. I'll be like, look, you sure you want to go this route? Because I'm really about to beat the brakes off your ass since you thinking I'm sweet, and it's really not sweet over here. Like, don't take my meekness for weakness, right? Don't take my humility for something sweet. Like, I'm not to be played with at the end of the day. Like, I'm going to go all the way there. That's just me, because I've been like that since a kid. So, and I have a history of fighting. So, but not from violence. It's just really defense. Like, so, we get in the crib. Because I'm telling her, I'm like, if you don't let me smoke this blunt, and your dad put his hands on me, I'm going to fuck him up. That's exactly what I said to her, word for word, verbatim. And she dropped her head. She shaking her head. She like, all right. She like, whatever. Come on, let's go. We didn't smoke, so I'm already heated. We in the hallway. We in the living room. We talking. So I try to go in my ex's room to go grab my belongings, because I'm like, I'm not even about to deal with it. I'm gonna just go ahead and get out, because he said get out. So I put my hands up. I'm like, all right. I'm going by my way like this. And what'd he do? He put his hands on me. So that's when I looked at him and I'm like, you know you done fucked up, right? That's all I said. I'm like, you know you done fucked up, right? And I squared up with him. Jabbed him. Pop. They tried to jab me. in the bathroom. I come out the bathroom, hit her dad, boom, rock his shit, rock little bro shit, you know what I'm saying? It made me come out, because he tried to kick me. I caught his leg, and instead of slumping him, I just threw him against the wall, you feel what I'm saying? Because I still have respect for the man, like, at the end of the day, like, I still loved him, like, bro, like, I couldn't be more grateful for what you had did for me. I never had nothing personally against you, but if you're not trying to hear my side of the story, and then you insist on and result in putting your hands on me, what else am I supposed to do? Just sit there and take it? No, like, no. Ain't nobody in their right mind. I tried to turn the other cheek. I really did. So I wound up beating him up, and then as I was about to beat her brother up because he was talking slick or whatever, she came out with a knife. I still to this day, I don't know what reason, if she was gonna stab me, what the fuck was gonna happen, excuse my French. But at the end of the day, that's how we got the fight to break up. So I just wound up leaving, and she wound up coming with me, and they was so mad at her for that, and we wound up getting a hotel. But then we wound up getting our first apartment after that, and I'm 19 at the time, you feel me? So we wound up getting our first apartment, and I'm at Walmart. Life is pretty good, you know. So fast forward, we wind up breaking up, and I wind up I wind up getting my own crib. But before we broke up, I wanted to make sure that she had somewhere to go, make sure that she had her own crib before we had part ways, because I'm not that type of dude, you know. I'm already knowing what it's like going without, and plus she had already blessed me, so it was only right and only fair to sit there and be like that. So fast forward a couple years later, we're gonna say 2013. So I'm gonna keep it a bean, and I had learned my lesson from this. I didn't pay my rent for like 8 months when I stayed on Broad Street, and I was selling weed and everything at the time. And she had came through for me and actually helped me get on my feet. So I felt like that was my karma, what I went through afterwards, because I wound up losing everything afterwards, and I shouldn't have never did her like that. But I was messing with somebody else at the time, and then I wound up moving back with my sister. So it's close to income tax time. It's early 2013. She let me claim my niece or whatever, and after I cashed her out the band, she kicked me out, bro. Like, you feel me? She waited till I lost my job at Speedway, whatever the case may be, kicked me out the crib, bro. And it's winter time at this time, bro. Like, this is how evil my family is. So it's winter time. And I call my brother, because, you know, I'm the type of dude to forgive. Now I don't fuck with them, period. And it's a very good reason why. Because I'm seeing that they're trying everything in their power to get rid of me. And they don't have a legitimate reason. So, again, instead of hitting my sister, I mug her bitch ass in the face. Forget my French. I mug her in the face. And, she like, get out or whatever. And the reason why I mugged her in the face is because, like, damn, I just gave you all this money and you gonna sit here and try to put me out on the street. And I had just spent a lot of money too, getting myself a bunch of stuff, or whatever the case may be. So with that being said, like, I wound up moving in with my homie Tyler. That was my homie from childhood. So his mom had took me in, because every time they got in trouble, they would blame me, right? But one day she wised up and they blamed me for some stuff, and I wasn't around to be blamed. I had told myself I gotta stop coming around, because if I'm not around, y'all can't sit here and try to blame me for anything, for none of y'all shenanigans or nonsense, right? Well, let's blame it on Dom, since Dom ain't here to defend himself, like that type of party. So afterwards, she like, Dom, I really owe you a big apology. I'm sorry for accusing you of all these things. And I was just like, it's okay. I told her it was cool. I'm like, this was before she even let me move in. We had already made amends. This was like a year prior. So she like, I just apologize for always accusing you of stealing and this, that, and the third, and getting Tyler hooked on drugs and this, that, and the third. And that was never the case for me. Like, so she felt like she owed me, for real. And I really get it. So with that being said, she wound up having diabetes, and then she wound up getting sick with cancer. So I was helping take care of her, because I had watched my grandma pass away from breast cancer. My dad's mom. She passed away in 2012, December of 2012. And this is why I had stopped talking to Mimi, because she told me that I was lying about my grandma passing away because she had just seen her not that long ago. And I'm like, why would I lie about my grandma dying? You know what I'm saying? So, like, that kind of hit me different. And at that point, I was just like, I really don't got nothing else to say to you. Because if you look at me like that type of person, then it's no reason to us further talking, right? So, I wind up moving in with my dude, Tyler, or whatever. And I'm helping his mom, help taking care of her. And it got worse over the years. So, it was only for like 2 years. It got worse. And in the meantime, she had put bro out or whatever. This is how I really became homeless the first time. She put bro out, and me being a good friend, I wasn't gonna let him be out on the street like that by himself, right? So of course I leave behind him like, nah, I'm not finna let you do him like that and have him out here messed up, right? So we wind up going to get a little telly. This fool wind up leaving me high and dry, leaving me looking stupid, bro. Cause I'm really the type of person, I'm a loyal friend. Like, I'm really the type of person to give you the shirt off my back, like on some real. Like, to have me around, and it's not to like toot my own horn or nothing like this. I'm just speaking my truth. Like, to have me around truly is a blessing, cause I'm gonna make sure that you straight, no matter what. So he wound up leaving me or whatever, and I'm dealing with my second baby mom at the time before she became my baby mom, and she was making life a living hell for me. So, and I'm out here selling drugs again, you know, to try to get some money. And I'm going through all kinds of temptation. I'm getting into it with niggas left and right. I had a beef with one dude who was threatening to kill me. So when I found him, I had the 40 on me. I rode up on him at the gas station. And he seen me. He got shook. So I'm like, look, what you trying to do, bro? Because I was really on some on-site type stuff. But I wound up just letting it go. Because when he seen I was really with the shits, he let it go. Like, bro, I ain't running from nothing, bro. You want to talk like that? We could take it there. You got the right one. So he wind up sending this big dude named Jose. Dude like 6'5". This big ass Mexican dude like 6'5", 6'6", no cap. Right hand of Jesus. Dude like 280 pounds, 300 pounds. Now mind you, I'm only 6 foot, bro. 6'1" at the most. You feel me? At that time, I'm like 185 pounds, bro. Like, cause I had lost all this weight. I was on some get myself better. So she accusing me. It was some weird stuff going on. So she accusing me of sleeping with my best friend, Kadeja, which I wasn't. You feel me? So me and her get to arguing, and she tried to put her hands on me. When I pushed her hands away from me, this big ass motherfucker come out the blue talking about, oh, you just put your hands on her. Excuse my French. I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, bro, you better go on somewhere. You feel me? So, and I done got all kinds of. We're gonna get to the rest of the story, but let me finish the story first. My fault. So I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, you need to mind your business or whatever. So he keep coming down the street, so I take my shirt off or whatever the case may be, and we start hitting. Bro hit me with a couple of them. You feel me? I ain't gonna cap, but it didn't really hurt, bro. Like, I ate that shit, and his chin was so huge, bro. So it was like a real easy target. So I hit him with 3 ups. No cap, right hand of Jesus. Bro fell asleep on my shoulder, bro. I swear. Bro was like snoring on my shoulder, and I was about to throw him on the car. And I didn't, so I woke him back up and pushed him up off of me. And he kept talking, and I'm like, bro, you want me to whoop your ass again? So then he wound up leaving or whatever the case may be. Fast forward, dude's eye was like this when I got done with him. So fast forward, a few months later, the dude I was beefing with, that's how I know this wasn't nothing but God. So, remember Brady was talking about, oh, I'm going to shoot you, da-da-da-da. So, his peoples wind up getting into it with my peoples, and he got shot in the ass. Well, his brother got shot in the ass, but it was just like, the irony of it after you sat here and did all of that, like how everything played out, and I just went about my business. Because a lot of times when I got into it with niggas, like, they would want to go grab a weapon because they know I'm gonna whoop their ass, like, or they'd try to J me. Like, I done been jumped so many times, it's not even funny. But that's another story too. So fast forward a little bit more. After that, I'm homeless. I'm out here fucked up on the streets, bro. And I'm trying to make it. You know, I meet this girl named Jessica at the time. I'm trying to make it through life. I'm about 25, 26 at the time now, because my people's mom, I got locked up over some stuff that happened a year prior, because I got jumped by two women, and they didn't want, one of them came forth and told the truth, but the other one refused to tell the truth. So they sit here and try to run my name through the mud, did all this extra shit, the protection order, all that, try to make me seem like I was crazy on all this extra shit. And I just dealt with that, got it out the way, whatever the case may be. So they hit me with an attempted assault for that, because it was really self-defense. So like I said, like, I'm out here, but I didn't know I had a warrant for my arrest at the time for that, because she was so pursuant, she was persistent on getting me locked up and ruining my life. So I'm riding my bike back to the shelter or whatever after I dropped my ex off at the Van Buren, right? So 12 stopped me, bro. I wasn't even riding my bike. My fault. Let me retract that. I wasn't even riding my bike. I was walking next to it, and it's like 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night, and these two cops just come out of nowhere, and I'm like, man, if that, I already knew they was gonna whoop me, so I had the eeriest feeling. So they wound up whooping me or whatever, and then that stuff wound up coming up or whatever. So I wound up going to jail. This is early 2017. It wasn't, cause they was trying to get me locked up. They was, when I got pulled over in Hilliard. Prior to that, they took my car or whatever, and the chief of police had told them, don't even bother bringing me to the Pike or whatever. And I was in the back of the cruiser because the cop lied and said I didn't stop at a stop sign when it was a yield sign. He never took me back to it, but some stuff wound up happening around the corner from where I was at. Somebody wound up getting stabbed, bro. Like, this guy really looking out for me, because I really think them cops was gonna do me dirty, because I had a gun on me at the time. I had this big ass 9mm. I had some weed in the car because I just went to go re-up on my way to go to work. So me, and this is around 2016. I'm gonna get back to the story. And this is when this police brutality is going on, these murders, they killing the black people left and right. So me thinking, being smart on my feet, I didn't tell them niggas I had a gun, right? Not at the moment. I had to be smart about this, because they was doing niggas dirty at this time. So I waited till they got me in their car, in the back of their cruiser, and then I told them I had the gun, and then I told them where the weed was. And they like, well, why you didn't tell us you had the gun? I said, why? So y'all could shoot the fuck out of me? And they looked at each other, and they looked like they really got salty because I outsmarted them. Like, I didn't hide nothing from y'all. I just waited to tell y'all, because who was to say if I be like, I got a gun down here, I'm not, y'all could have said a nigga reaching and dumped a clip on me, right? So fast forward, they hit me with a future, which I didn't know. They hit me with a future indictment. So fast forward, I wind up, and then I got hit with the improper handling of a handgun, trafficking, distribution, and possession. So I was facing a few charges, and I was driving with no ops. So I was facing a few charges, or whatever the case may be. And for that case that happened that I said was self-defense, that was where the future was from. And I wound up getting locked up when I got stopped by those two cops, because I had a warrant for my arrest when they ran a 50. And I kind of low-key knew I had a warrant, but I wasn't for sure or not, because I never looked it up. So they like, no, you going to jail, blase, blase. I'm salty as hell at this time. So they cuffed me. They real rough with me, because they was some hoe ass cops. They really was some hoes, so they was trying to provoke me so they could try to do something. But at the time, my ex was like, no, I'm not about to leave until y'all put him in a cruiser, because they was trying to really get a reaction out of me. They like, oh yeah, you seem like you real irritated, like you real frustrated. I'm looking at these niggas like, man, if y'all niggas knew, I would beat the brakes off y'all ass right now. Y'all some bitch ass niggas. So me having to contain myself and keep my composure, I just let it go. Now while I was in there, my friend's mom wound up passing away. This is Miss Cheryl. She really was like a second mom to me, because I known her from the age of 9 all the way till I was 26 years old. You feel me? So that's the majority of my life. And she spoiled the shit out of me, not gonna lie. So I get out of jail. This is like a week later, because I swear on there, I'm not gonna swear, but on everything I love, man. So, because it's not good to swear. So everything I love. The morning I go to court or whatever, for all of this, for the gun, the trafficking charge, distribution, possession, right with no ops, all that, whatever, right? I feel like she woke me up that morning. I really feel like she woke me up that morning. I heard her name. She like, Dom, come on, you gotta go. I ain't even talk about my stepdad passing away back in 2021 because he was trying to get me and my brother to settle our differences. But I'll continue with that afterwards. So she like, you gotta get up. Come on, it's time to leave. Right? Judge wound up letting me get out on an OR on my own reconnaissance. Right? So as long as I admitted to what he say, as long as I admitted to driving with no ops. He said he was going to dismiss all, and I give him the gun. He said he was going to dismiss all the charges. You feel me? So I'm like, thank you, Jesus. That wasn't nothing but a blessing, right? So I'm like, shit, yeah, you can have the gun. Take all that shit. You feel me? That's just my mind. I gotta relive the moment so I can tell y'all exactly how it went. So I'm like, yeah, take all that shit, nigga, have that. You feel me? So afterwards they let me out. I'm still homeless again because I had just got on that Big Lots warehouse. That's why I was really salty. Because me and my ex at the time was getting everything together. So fast forward later on through that year, I wanted to move into Marysville, right, with my ex at the time. And we wound up trying to make something happen. And her peoples let us move in with her. Or whatever the case may be. And shorty that we was staying with was trying to mess around with me. And I wasn't on that type of time. So I told my ex, I'm like, bro, we gotta go. Cause I'm like, this is like the third time she'd try to make a move on me. She dropped and busted down on me, rubbed her ass all on me in front of her daughter. And I wasn't feeling that, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause at the end of the day, I'm still, like, even though I was lost astray, innately in my heart, I always stood for what was right, the right thing. Like, that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? I can't be, you know what I'm saying? Because Mark had looked out. I'm not about to be smashing this girl. You know, that ain't cool. Like, I'm not for smashing niggas' girls. Now, have I smashed a few niggas' girls? Yes. But that's not my MO. I don't do that. But like I said, mind you, and then I started selling weed in Marysville too. So, mind you, I'm doing the most. So, we wound up leaving. We wound up coming back to Columbus or whatever to try to start from there. Because, mind you, my mom had put me out on the street because I wound up moving back with her prior to that. This is why I was even back on the streets, bro. So I wound up moving back in with her after my people's mom, after I had left for my people's mom. Because she had told me I could come back anytime. This is before she passed away. It was like a year before she passed away. And I was just thanking her like, no, you've been more than enough, Cheryl, and I appreciate you. Whatever the case may be. And she was like, if you just need a little bit more time to get on your feet, I got you, don't worry about it. And I wish I would have took that offer, but you know, I wasn't trying to do too much at the time. Like I said, I always been a humble person, like, until somebody take me there. But so I'm on the streets because my mom asked me if I wanted her Saturn at the time if she got a new whip, and I said yeah, but I'm like, but if I get a car by then, don't even worry about it. So me and my ex's car had wound up getting towed away because she went and got a title loan on it without my knowledge, right? So I asked my mom about the car trying to replace what happened. She like, this is exactly how it went down. I'm like, Mom, you still gonna give me that car like you said you would? She like, but I told Tommy I was gonna give it to him. I'm like, what? I'm like, what type of, you feel me? This is a dude she trying to, you feel me? So I'm like, what type of shit is that? So I'm like, so since I questioned it, she like, get out. I'm like, for real? She like, get out my house, this. So I'm like, alright, it's cool. I'm like, don't even worry about it. Mind you, I'm paying bills, everything, looking out for all that. I got bread stacked up. I'm starting to save up some money because I'm getting ahead of the game. And I really think that's what it was for, because she seen me on the come up. Because my whole family's thing was make Dominique look irresponsible, make him look like he ain't about his shit, look like he don't be doing what he's supposed to do, whatever the case may be. And they done had a hand in a lot of my downfalls on some real shit. So, and I'm done trusting them niggas. So, because they weaponize my heart against me, man. Motherfuckers know I got a good heart, and they use it against me, bro. So, fast forward, after that happened, because I was really hurt. I'm like, damn, you really did me dirty for nothing after you promised. Because God is I always say God is my witness, because I'm going to use God as my witness to testify on my behalf. So, she put me out on the street. I'm homeless, we messed up out here, like, you know what I'm saying? But we made it out of it, bro, by the grace of God. So like I said, we moved to Marysville, and after that happened, we leave Marysville, we come back to the city. We wind up getting a crib at Wedgewood or whatever, after spending like I think like 2 more weeks at the shelter. We only spent 2 weeks in the shelter because the first time I went homeless that long. So, but the first time I was homeless for like 3 months, and I was staying out of a storage unit right there behind Walmart and Whitehall, right? So I'm telling my story. I ain't no shame in my game because I'm explaining that God done really had his hand on me this whole entire time, man. I don't look like what I've been through, bro. Everything I've been through, bro, nigga, I will really be bald. I will probably look like 20 years older than what, you know what I'm saying? So this is just, I'm just giving God his glory and showing the grace and mercy that the Father has had on me this entire time, because I've been fighting an unfair battle. And my peoples is dying left and right. You know, I got peoples in the street too. They're dying left and right. So niggas' head ain't right in the game. I'm all out of whack. So we wind up getting in Wedgwood. We wind up getting our own crib, or whatever the case may be. And a few months later, we wind up falling out because her best friend Kayla want to get her to do some, you know what I'm saying, some other shit. So I wind up banging out like, you know what, I ain't got time for it, because I'm not about to keep going back and forth arguing. I'm not about to do all that. That's not me. Like, especially as I mature, I don't see a need for arguing. If we can't talk and be civilized individuals, then we don't need to talk at all. Because if you're not in a receptive state and I'm not in a receptive state, and when we get in a combative state and confrontational state, it's gonna be a conflict of interest, and it's gonna be a never-ending battle. Like, this is like how I look at things, is how I process certain things. I'm not gonna say everything, but my mind processes things a little bit differently. So after that, what happened? I wound up moving with my nigga Zay. God rest his soul, because he not here no more. And man, I got so many near-death experiences, so I'm just going forward and forward. We're gonna pause right there before my dude Zay passed away. So that's this one time I got in a 3-car collision. Car looked like an aluminum can. This was back when I was 21. Came out without a scratch. That was nothing but the grace of God. I had an engine blow up on the freeway on me, catch fire, gas pedal lock up, brakes lock up. Mimi was in the car, so she could testify to this. At the time, I had to use the handbrake to slow it down because I thought we was gonna die. And then I had another moment right after that all the brake lines on my truck had went out, bro, at the middle of a stop sign. I'm right there on Weber, bro. Like, and I'm going through this 4-way, bro, and my brakes go out, bro. Right? So after my brakes go out, I literally see my whole entire life flash before my eyes, because I got oncoming traffic from both ways. And I'm only doing like 15 miles an hour. So I was already moving slow as hell through it. And I'm just like this, putting my hands up like, please don't hit me, whatever the case may be, because my brakes had went out. The lines literally went out on me, bro. Like, I had so many near-death experiences. It's not even funny. So like I said, we're going to fast forward, because I got hit by a car too that same year. Everything happened. I wanted to get hit by a car. It was a hit and run. I wanted to fly on the lady's hood. My knee low-key messed up to this day. My hip still low-key messed up to this day. But I can't explain it, man. It's really been the grace of God, man. Like, I can't explain no other way. Like, the shootouts, the fights, everything. Like, bro, like, because the one at 12 wasn't the only one. So I done been in a few shootouts, all kind of shit. So, fast forward, I wind up, because I had me a crib on Wine in Maine. I wind up getting me a crib on Wine in Maine, or whatever the case may be, and things didn't work out too well, or whatever the case. So, like I said, I was staying with my dude Zay for a little bit, and this is before I had moved in with my mom, and then everything, because I'm starting to remember now how everything led up to the point that with me being homeless and getting the Wedgwood and blase. So then, afterwards, me and Shorty split up or whatever. I'm trying to think, yeah, because I wound up moving in with my dude Zay afterwards, and it was during the winter time. I had stacked some bread up. I went and bought me a car or whatever the case may be, instead of going to get the house first, because my auntie used to always tell me you're supposed to get the carriage before the horse. You feel me? So I was moving backwards out here, or whatever the case may be, and I'm staying on the west side now. So mind you, I done been on every side of town. I lived on every side of town. My auntie stayed on the south side. She stayed on Fairwood and Livingston, and then wound up moving over to Whittier, right there on Seymour, and out east that's where I was at. You know what I'm saying? But so afterwards, I'm trying to think, where did I go afterwards? After say I left, I think I went to um, the north side after Zay's. No. Me and my ex had wound up getting back in the crib together. And then some stuff happened, whatever the case may be, again between us. So I wound up leaving her, and I went to my brother's house. And mind you, I hadn't messed with my brother for real in years. So him and his roommate was doing their thing. So I'm back selling drugs again. This is really probably one of the most times that I was really lost on the path, and I embraced this all the way. So now this is doing almost right before COVID. So now I'm really selling drugs out here. I'm selling ecstasy. I'm selling weed. You feel me? At the time, this is years ago. So at the time, I'm doing the most. I got the blicky on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm hitting licks. You feel me? I know these are the things you wouldn't expect of me, but this is my life. Like, I gotta stay in my truth. Like, this is who I am. So ain't no faking or frauding. Like, so I wind up so I was on Tamarack and Red Robin, and I really low key blew up with the weed. So at this time, and I'm working at Riley's on Carl Road and Morris. So I always kept a job in the meantime, between time. I always kept a job and sold weed or anything else that was gonna make me money. But this time, like, I really went hard in it. And then me and my cousin Emmanuel wind up linking up because I found out he was the plug at the time. So I really come up. He blessed me with the sacks, and I'm like, oh yeah, we really about to come up. So it was these Napoleons I was dealing with, and one of them I really think my brother set me up, cause I had got Jade when I was out there too. But them niggas was some hoes. They weren't even trying to fight, and I fought this nigga at Lowe's too. I tell my fighting stories on another time, because I done had so many fights. It's not even funny. Like, my knuckles, like, you feel me? Look at, ain't no cap in my rap, man. I got dude's teeth marks right here on this finger, if you can see, when I punched his teeth out his mouth, you feel me? But that's a whole nother story. I'm not bragging or boasting. I'm just telling my truth, because I ain't backing out from that. Like, so I'm crunching shit for real. Forget my French. But, like, look at my knuckles, like, they like literally formed into one. Like, my hands is messed up. So I try not to get in no fights no more. I do damage, and I be low key feeling bad after I beat them up. So fast forward, I'm doing the most. I'm smacking all the females. I'm smashing my brother's friends, clients, cause they coming to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm selling weed up at the job. I'm running up and down the strip. I'm just doing the most. I'm running wild at this point, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, so me and my brother wound up getting into it. Like, they was on some weird shit. Like, they was trying to set me up to get killed. I got this weird text from my baby mom. I mean, not my baby mom, but my sister one morning. She like, yeah, watch your back. Because I just woke up out my sleep on some weird shit. And I look at my phone, and it's a text saying, watch your back. So I got my blick on me. I go upstairs to go look out the back door. My brother got the shotgun like this or whatever, holding it, and something else, like he about to try to do something to me. So